Now, as you've seen in some of our other videos, this slide is an illustration from our early research in Dr. Frank Job's biomechanics lab at Stadler Hospital. You can see we have 40 light sensors on the body, and the wraps around the ankles support the 1,000 force sensors in each shoe. And there are multiple components in the protocol, and one of our significant components was on vision and balance. Now, in this illustration, you can see a line hanging from the ceiling, that red line. We had, at this point, lasered this rope line, string, it was a thick string, to a chart on the wall that was 24 inches wide, 25 feet from each subject. And this illustration shows the 24 vertical lines, and every half inch was marked with a dotted line. So each subject was asked to change hands, change their stance, and then with each setup change, they were asked to tell us where that line intersected the chart, on what number visually. Subject, they would hold the shaft vertical, line it up with a line, and then tell us exactly where that line intersected the chart. Now, what we heard, we got, understanding line 12, the majority of the subjects saw the line move 4 to 7 inches to the left of what was known to be exactly where that line intersected the chart. It depended on which hand they had the club in, how they stood, left foot in front of the right foot in front of the left. Now, every subject needs to hold the club in either the left or right hand to see their lines accurately. So here's Kevin Stadler, and Kevin was determined he needed the club in the left hand to be able. He's standing behind the ball. Notice his eyes are right on a target, and he's aiming his feet through the middle of the ball, right at his primary target. And now here Kevin is glancing down to make sure his feet are aimed through the ball to that precise target. Now, as you can see here, as Kevin starts to walk, he moves the club from the left hand to his right hand, walking in. Now, the important observation here is that Kevin's eyes are still on that target as he's walking into the ball. Now, notice that Kevin's eyes are at the ball, his feet are together as he grounds his club. Now, notice what Kevin's done with his arms. There are a couple of ways to get the body square. You can put the hand on the left thigh, and that'll square the shoulders. If you don't either square the shoulders somehow, you will tend to set up open. Kevin's eyes are back on the target. That's really the major point here. Kevin's eyes are back on the target, and he's preparing to spread his feet into a setup. Eyes stay up as long as the feet are moving, or you're preparing to move the feet. Eyes stay up and on a very precise target. So you saw how Kevin's alignment in the full swing. I teach something very different with a putter, but in the full swing, eyes on primary target. Eyes on primary target. If your feet are moving, precisely on the target. If you're right-handed, it doesn't mean your eyes are left. Your eyes are very focused and precisely on target. Alignment is all visual. And you can see as Kevin was walking in and setting up. Now let's take a look at Jason Harkins. Hey, Jason's here with me today from Florida. What'd you say your index is?
0.7.
0.7 index. So one of the things we haven't worked on, you just arrived this morning, we were going to look at what his alignment looks like before we do anything, and then we're going to go through, if you're teaching alignment or working on alignment yourself, we're going to show you how to do that. So Jason, we have a line of balls, that's going to create a target line for you. Would you step back here and see if I need to adjust those balls at all?
That's really right on.
Okay.
Spot on.
I want you to find a target on the horizon there.
Okay.
And go ahead and set up the way you have been. Now, what I would say with my better players, now come on back, Jason, take a look. With my better players, first time back out, what do you see?
It's close.
Yeah, and that's almost crossing that last ball. It's a little out in front of it.
Right.
So that's really close.
Yep.
So, Jason, a couple of things we're going to look at. Let's go all the way down to the end of the ball line. First thing I would say, when you stand behind the ball right now, you have 1 foot out.
Okay.
You're not square behind the ball.
Right.
So let's have you aim your feet down this line.
Yep.
Stand tall and look straight ahead at that camera. Okay, you got it?
Yep.
Okay, and once hold the club in the right hand at your side there.
Right hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, when you look down, what do you see? Is that ball going through the middle of the ball line, going right through the middle of your body?
It is.
Okay. I want you to look back at the camera and move the club to the left hand. Where'd the ball line go?
It looks like it's to the left.
Yeah. So we know Jason has to have the club in the right hand behind the ball.
It's really good.
Yeah. And when we get to the putting green a little bit, you're going to see how important that is.
I actually started doing that with my wedges, and they get a lot better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, when you see your lines accurately, you're going to do.
So I need to have it, and then take my grip with my left.
Yeah. Well, no, behind the ball, however you want to do it, but you've got to be square.
Okay.
The last time you weren't square. So.
Cool.
Okay, so let's go back here. First of all, I want you to show me how you stood earlier. So you had the club in the right hand.
Yeah, I think I had it in my left. Actually.
No, actually you had it in the right. We can go back and look at that. Now go ahead and move that left foot forward a little bit. So that's where you were. You had and pull your right foot back. There you go. That's where you were.
Yeah.
Now, see how the line is off?
Yeah.
Okay. So for a player like Jason, all you're going to need to do is get the club in the correct hand, square up your stance now, aim your feet right at your target. Oh, you can come back, Jason. That's not far enough for you to walk in. And again, your average tour player is 9.5, 10 feet behind the ball. So go right ahead and walk in when you're ready.
That feels better, actually.
Okay. Okay, come on back, take a look. We are still right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So the only thing we're going to do differently this time is, first of all, once you stand here,
Yep.
and you're good right there, okay? So we want to make sure that your heel line is square to your target line.
Yep.
Okay? Now, when you walk into this ball, 2 things. I want you to walk around this ball, and you have a target on the horizon now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever that is, I want you to, Craig Shanklin, great teacher in Florida. You know Craig?
Heard of him, yep.
Yeah, Craig, in the 80s, I heard Craig say something, stare at the target, glance at the ball.
Okay.
So when you come into that ball, I want your eyes up. You're going to need to get a visual orientation where the ball is. Okay?
Yep.
So if you do, as you do that, I want you to stop. I want you to get the club down, and then eyes always on that target, and then spread your feet into your side. Keep your eyes on that target, and go ahead and stop when you're okay. Now back up and stay focused on that target. As long as your feet are moving, keep your eyes up. Okay, come on back, take a look.
It's better.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Still a little close. We're going to do that again.
Okay.
Now, these lines should be perpendicular.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So, how's that look? Is that perpendicular to your stance line?
Yes. See it, this one?
Yeah. So that's perpendicular to the target.
Right.
So you can put your toes on that line.
Right.
Club in the right hand. Now I really want you to work hard on visually staying focused very precisely on your target.
Okay.
The eyes are not just left, you're good to go. Keep your eyes up on that target.
Okay.
Okay.
That feels well,
That good?
much better.
Yeah. So Let me ask you a question. When the first one you went, the one before this,
Right.
your eyes were left.
Yeah.
Were they as focused first time than this
Well, this last time I kept my attention on the target while I was setting my feet.
Yeah.
The whole time.
time? Okay. That's a huge key.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it one more time. That's going to change. We talked about keeping the club in front of you earlier.
Right.
That's going to change
Okay.
everything. So really grind on that target, visual. Stay in it all the way in.
All right. That feels good right there.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. Take a look. Better?
Oh yeah.
So, really getting focused on that target and staying into it all the way into the shot.
Right.
That's the key. Now you'll
My dad
notice.
used to tell me all the time.
Oh, he did. You'll notice this was what I'm focusing on now is Jason's heel line, and as we move the camera up, you'll see that heel line is also perpendicular to his stance line.
Wow.
And we always use the heel line when we're checking alignment.
Yeah.
And that heel line should be parallel left of your target. Great job there, Jason.
Thank you.